Margie, do you remember a couple of weeks ago when you said that you might know how to prevent the brain freeze problem in science students? Were you right? What did you discover?
Yes, we were right. We discovered that in SSA, we used EdTech tools to prevent brain freeze from our students. The surprise for me is just why things went so well. It happened in a way that I was not originally thinking.
Really? What do you mean?
Well, in the beginning, I was thinking that brain freeze was a problem to our students. And then I started to realize that our students actually have to be taught how to enter the brain freeze space because the adults around them allow this to happen to them. In that moment, I realized that every time brain freeze happens in a student, it is not really about the student. It's about the teachers. And this problem can be readily fixed. As soon as the teacher enters a space of super clear thinking, clear scientific thinking, where they get the proper scientific knowledge in the curriculum, organized into cool, accurate action steps, then the students always get it in ways that they really remember. Now, when I stop to think of it, one of the greatest gifts of the 21st century science, really the great health, is just a moment-to-moment integration of body health principles and healthy mind principles and emotional health principles and the social network principles. And we must always remain humble to the fact that nature always has the final say. If we do not master the tools for staying healthy in nature, she will simply squash us like a bug. Soon, what the outer space journey of SSA really teaches us is simply this. Just because any of us choose to not pay attention to nature, including the forces of nature that are inside our own bodies, that doesn't mean that nature is not watching us. And that is the direction that we are heading. Whenever we ask ourselves, our SSA students, to master the scientific tools of common sense, common good, and commonwealth together in order to grow their levels of health in outer space or here on Earth, this becomes a powerful inner space journey of science discovery as well. And this is a huge breakthrough in science education. When our students learn how to internalize the scientific lessons of great health for themselves, brain freeze literally disappears. One more thing about the challenges of America finding its way in the new global science knowledge economy, that same challenge that Principal Richardson keeps talking about, our SSA experience shows that our children really can compete at an international level in science, not just in remembering or reciting important scientific knowledge, but they are also able to act productively on that knowledge together. The energy savings alone of this advance to our whole nation is simply amazing. And this gift of science skills for our students all begins by first removing brain freeze from the minds of the SSA teaching staff, which is causing me to start to wonder about the next year's SSA question.
Next year's SSA question, what's that?
Well, I am wondering if the students can earn a living with their scientific skills.